Oh, little Olympus, so stable and bright. So little Olympus has announced a lens roadmap announcement, and I just want to praise them before I dig into their hind legs with my claws. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting us know what's coming. That could keep me in a system that I was thinking of abandoning. If I knew a perfect lens was on its way, they're not making a perfect or a good lens, but a lens is coming. That's where this compliment sandwich ends, Olympus.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're on the Olympus EM1 a gift from America's finest. Thank you so much. All these cameras, I love to whine about them, but each one is more perfect than I ever need. Let's be real with ourselves. How did I handle the shade? We're in complete darkness now, but that's fine. I don't mind that. Take your sweet time. Bake some cookies while you're there. I'll have some. I don't care that they're not gluten-free. We're using the 8mm fisheye, Tony 1.8, because of that 1.8. Even though it's fish-like, I do have to correct it, but I don't mind it. And we're using the Rode Micro today, just for the heck of it. I figure it's been a while. We're always using the lav mic. I just wanted to see what it's like not to be tethered, having this thing bounce off the tripod. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Although it looks stupider. People are looking at me. I have a rat on the camera. I don't mind. So in all my travels, it turns out Olympus is the best for vlogging. They have the best stabilization, the best autofocus. It's light. The colors, I don't even have to grade it. When I do grade it, it gets worse. I don't even have to think about it. The only problem is the tiny 2-minute record limits. Those annoy me. But we'll see if I can compound it today. Someone suggested make a compound clip. Welcome to the cinema. There's poison ivy. So what are the odds? We finally find the perfect camera. We're just waiting for the perfect lens. They go out of business. They just, we're done. Like a mic drop. In a bad way, though. It's like you weren't excited to see them drop it. They'll drop your mom off at a bus stop, heading out of the city. Yeah, how's she gonna get home, huh? Yeah, didn't think of that, did you? Should I stay in the center of the frame? Then we'll be less fish-like. I don't know why I started doing this out here. I think it was because I first bought the Panasonic J85 with the Mitacon, and the only way I could get it far enough away from me was out extended sideways. I've been known for it now, it's my thing. So Olympus has announced this 8-25mm Tony 4 lens, and my first thought was, Tony 4? That's not a lot of Tony in a Tony 4. In fact, the reason I love this lens is we wait 15 minutes for the exposure to correct itself. I'm +3. Why am I? 1.8. We got some stuff back there. It looks a little magic. Watch what happens when we stop it down to Tony 4. Oh, my poor vlogging abilities have vanished. Oh, the magic left me. Oh, is there any food that I can scratch? Oh, maybe there's some leaves I can live off. What the hell is this now, Tony 4? What kind of life? Is everything in focus? I wonder how terrible it looks. That's a Tony 8. When Tony was 8 years old, he was building little cameras out of goldfish crackers. Now one thing I'll say, that's quite the reach. We got a 16-50. We're not seeing much of that in the world, but Tony 4, really a Tony 8, kind of ruins it. I mean, you're seeing it right now. Let's switch back to the magic. Who's following me? There's your magic. There's someone still following me. Oh, the footsteps are irritating my soul so hard. Oh, God. Yeah, you better turn. Hey, you have a lizard. Do you want to be on camera? No? Okay. He has a lizard. Wow. There's a dresser over here I'm about to peep at. Free. I love Canada. We just leave our stuff on the lawn for garbage day, but it's free for all until that day. We're about to get ourselves some furniture. Who cares about bed bugs? Not me. Now 1.8 on a micro four thirds, that's enough tone. I've noticed it. It's enough Oh my god, it's beautiful. What landed on me? It was just a leaf. One of those things. Oh, I'm paranoid. That's big. That's a big boy right there. I don't even need it, but I want it. I sure want it. The monkey strength abilities have let me down, my friend. Oh boy. Back to Tony 4. That's what this lens would look like if you wanted to vlog with it, which is its main purpose. That's why they were designing it, because they know we want to focus in on the squirrels. Squirrels prefer a 50mm portrait length to look best. Olympus just came out with an equally unimpressive lens, the 12-40 Tony 4. My god, like, what are they doing here? They're not even that small or light. Like, this should be a pancake zoom if we're Tony 8 here. That ain't right. Let's get back to business here. Oh my god. Oh, the magic. It's probably a fantastic lens for a photographer. Landscape, you guys probably stop it down anyway. It's like, oh, it's 5.6. F8. Oh, we want the trees in focus. Oh, there's a waterfall. Oh, I want to get more of it in. I'll stop down. F16. Oh no, diffraction. What's that? Why is that? Oh no, it's not sharp. The lens is sharp, but what? I don't. Oh god. I should be a dishwasher. Lose. Sit your diffracted ass down. You're ruining my vlogging lens. That could have been it. That could have been the one. If that was a Tony 2-4, so on the wide end we get almost this. And then zooming in, I don't mind. I'm zooming in on squirrels and shit. It's gonna compensate. We don't need super depth of field. I wanna just get the thing in focus. I don't care that it's glorious super blurred. You know what's funny? DP Review just posted a sample gallery of the Canon M11-22. I don't know why they just posted that. It was released 15 years ago. But I was looking at it and I was like, decent shots. It's like, oh, designed for photography. Oh, then it makes sense. But then you get it in your hands and you're walking and it's so shaky. It's like there's no stabilization in it at all. Even with the digital and lens state. It's bullshit. So this new lens, I didn't hear any stabe in it. We don't need it though. It's Olympus we're talking about here. Be real with yourself. So we'll see if this lens is even released. I think they're just doing it to pretend to the Japanese investment firm, like, see, we're still releasing things. We totally built this thing. It's coming out for sure. It was on our roadmap. It is now, at least. Can't wait to release that thing. You still gonna give us money? Give us money. I think if you're gonna cater to vloggers like you should, you need wide and fast on the wide and fast end, and then you zoom it and slow it down out there. And then that brings down the size. Yes, I'm afraid to hit this. It's like, oh god. This is a kind of heavy lens, I'll be honest with you. I don't even want to imagine what an 8-25, 1.8-4 would be. A lot more than this, probably. It's kind of heavy for a micro four loser sensor. Has the dynamic range of a kitten lost in the woods. In my opinion, not just for Olympus, but the entire camera industry to stay in business with smartphones coming up on the rear, they got some innovation to come. A ladder that will distract us from the terrible English of my life. Who's stalking me? Why? Why does he wear the mask? In my opinion, cameras are in no danger of being surpassed by smartphones because they look so cheap. You look at the sky, it's flickering, the clouds, like there's so much obvious computational technology going in there that isn't ready yet. It's like it could never replace an actual large camera. It's heavy and annoying, but you get the results that you deserve. It's annoying to carry this thing out. But if you're just gonna get a smartphone, oh, it's easy, then your shot's gonna look cheap, Although it's probably better exposed than this. That hurts. But the worst thing I'm doing with this smartphone fear, camera companies are making worse cameras to dumb it down to the smartphone level. It's like, oh, we can make a cheap thing too that doesn't cost too much. It's almost the same price as your phone. The only way cameras survive is to focus on the high-end, professional, full-frame APS-C, maybe. Then you capture some beauty, something to be proud of. And then you add the computational photography if you can make it look real. Nature is the answer, my friend. The natural look is not what a smartphone is, except the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. How come there's no vlog footage? You type it in there, where is it? Not one person vlogging with it. Best vlogging camera ever made. Not one person. That's good times. So an f4 zoom is not going to cut it. You're not going to see much of a difference between a smartphone pic, just a snapshot. So that's not going to do it. You need to up your technology to alien level. You need some new element, new lenses made of silicon or something. It's like, oh, they're so light now. Can't believe it. Lens made of water. Wow. The water lens. It only costs $7, but it's better than any lens. You need that. So make the water lens. I'll consider shopping in your store, Olympus. So, how did the micro compare to all this traffic bullshit? Trucks everywhere. Unbelievable. So what do you think? Are you buying the zoom lens 8-25 when it comes out in December? Alright, we're done. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.